Hey my loves, welcome back to my channel. This is Gabrielle Dejoie, and today I'm going to be doing a slightly random video for you. I almost opened up my new tarot deck and I just felt like I really wanted to do an unboxing with you guys. This is for all my witches, all my intuitives, all my tarot readers, my mystics. This is for all y'all that are loving your tarot decks and want to add to your collection. This is the Modern Witch Tarot deck by Lisa Sterle. And I really have been having my eye on this deck for quite a while. Really excited to open her up and get it together. And I bought this deck because it has a lot of people of color in the deck. It's actually all represented by femme people in this deck. So yeah, let's do a little unboxing. I'm gonna show you. So it comes in this kind of box that's really cool. Opens up. Yeah, the box is just adorable in and of itself. We have the book inside right here, as well as the cards. So I'm going to take out the cards. When you get tarot decks, they're usually all in order. You have the major arcana going into the minor arcana. So we're just going to take a look at these cards. They're really beautiful. I like the card stock. I feel like it is really great card stock. Can shuffle. You'd probably be able to shuffle pretty easily, and we'll do a little shuffle after. But so you have the Fool card. She has her little headphones on, right? Not a care in the world. I really like that aspect. I generally see the Fool in a positive light. Obviously depends on the reading, but I really love the Fool card. She's just jamming. She's carefree. She's young. The little pup there just with her, guiding her way, really makes me think a lot about myself younger, especially with my first son. Huey P. Baby is my puppy. But yeah, she's like obviously in a big city. I think this might be, New York actually. But big city and just chilling, her summer dress or spring dress on. Yeah, I love that. So that is our Fool card. And then the Magician, I mean, how gorgeous, how beautiful, what a vibe. She is living, got her sundress, her puffs. The High Priestess, I love how this is obviously the modern witch in us, right? Is like you're doing your research, your stuff, but she got her computer there, and still have the pomegranate in the back, the moon at her heel. Really cutely dressed as well. Modern witch. Oh yeah. The Empress, I love this. I love this depiction. Just her fro glowing. Her kind of like headpiece. Yes. Ashe. And then this is what I really found was cool. The Emperor is less femme, but definitely a femme, okay? And just like boss vibes, okay? Like I love this little business suit. I love that this is really a femme deck in all versions and shapes and colors. And yeah, that really got to me, because a lot of times we obviously, traditional tarot, you see the man and masters all of the like the doers and all this stuff. It's the male aspect. And so I love just seeing the different feminine forms or the different femme forms of the more masculine cards and more masculine energy. The Hierophant, the Lovers. I like how a lot of this deck does stay mostly true to the traditional themes and symbology of, the Rider-Waite deck. I really do like that. In this deck, you can't see which way the people are looking, but in the traditional Rider-Waite, there's a man and a woman. The man is looking at the woman they're all both naked. The man's looking at the woman and the woman is looking to spirit. And this one, that doesn't happen, but there is the angel up there that is kind of guiding them both. The Chariot. Yes. This is the Strength card. Once again, love how many brown femmes there are in this deck. The Hermit. And it's interesting, she's kind of like, she's not like alone on like a mountaintop or anything, but you can see she's closing her laptop, which indicates to me like, okay, I'm gonna put to rest social media. I'm gonna like chill out, go within. That's kind of the vibe that I pick up from that Hermit card. Wheel of Fortune. And instead of the animals, we have the zodiac signs that represent each of the animals. Justice. Once again, different femmes taking on the more masculine, traditionally masculine tarot cards. The Hanged One instead of the Hanged Man. I want to say a lot of the colors are similar in terms of clothing here, but just different modern style clothing. The tennis shoes, love. The Death card. Temperance. Temperance is really beautiful to me. I do love that she has her rainbow shirt. That makes me really happy. The Devil. And the Tower card. Interesting thing here is this one down here. In the traditional Rider-Waite card, people are falling. 2 people have fallen from the building, but this one is actually like on a spike in the ground. So I don't know. I think that's powerful because the Tower card, I find that it can show up as an ending specifically like of oneself, like in terms of a rebirth, you know, a spiritual awakening. And so it's almost like, you know, the death of oneself in order to create anew. That's interesting. The Star card. So that is the Star card. The Moon here is really interesting and almost like foreboding. So usually we have a wolf and a dog, right? And these 2 figures have different masks on to symbolize that. And we have a lobster coming from the water, and lobsters, it's kind of like, I want to say like bottom feeders in a sense, even though they're tasty anyways. But this, you know, this dark figure is coming up, and although I am a Cancerian, I am ruled by the moon. This card is generally, it depicts Pisces, okay? And it depicts things going on behind the scenes, things that are maybe hidden, a little mischievous, or like, you know, kind of cloaked under darkness and the night. And so I definitely, generally, there's no good or bad in any of the tarot cards, right? But I definitely get a general like sense of kind of foreboding, or something is hidden or needs to come to light when I see the Moon card. So that's interesting that we have this little shady creature. I don't know if it's more of like a siren or what have you, but interesting depiction there. Then we have the Sun. Very, I would say, true to form of the traditional tarot, except the girl in it is a little bit older than like the baby that's pictured in the Rider-Waite deck. Judgment. I just love all of these body shapes and the different body, there's a lot of body positivity in this deck, and showing people like in all different forms, which I love. We have the World card. Once again, we don't have the actual animals or like the cherub and stuff depicted there, but we have the zodiac signs and a beautiful brown woman. The Ace of Wands. So this goes into the wands. So the Ace of Wands, love the nails. Two of Wands, yes. In general, the Two of Wands is about planning, right? Is about planning something you might be passionate about. And so I just love that she's on her phone, because oftentimes if we were to say like take a road trip, what are we doing? We're planning on our phones using different apps or whatever to plan. So yeah, that totally rings true for me for like a modern take on Two of Wands. There's a Three of Wands, Four of Wands, yes. This might be one of the first males I've actually seen in this deck, but it could just be that they're, you know, non-binary. You have the Five of Wands. And interesting to me that there's more darkness in the clothing in this card. There's a lot more black with shades of red in it. But they're in the traditional card, they have like all different colors, really. The Six of Wands, love Sis's hair there. And Seven of Wands, Eight of Wands, right? And you see that fast movement demonstrated by the motorcycle as well. Nine of Wands. I love how she just like definitely prepared to fight, box, spar, MMA, whatever, but I love that. Obviously, she's been at war or going through it, you know, but is still prepared. Ten of Wands, Page, Knight of Wands. Once again, love the diversity in this deck. Queen of Wands, King, Ace of Cups. So we have the cup suit next. Two of Cups. Three of Cups. Ashe. Love it. Four of Cups. Okay, so her sweatshirt says over it. And I like that the words are there. I think it adds an extra layer of intuition potentially when you're reading these cards. Have the Five of Cups. And the Six of Cups, this is interesting because it's usually a little boy that's giving, you know, a cup to a little girl. And here it could either be maybe an aunt or a cousin, maybe a mom to a daughter. And that's just interesting in terms of reading it intuitively. Obviously, the cup is filled with something. But I definitely think of the Six of Cups. Oh, you know what? I think of the Six of Cups a lot as self-compassion. And so this is really interesting that basically it's like this could be the older self giving it to like the childlike version of themselves. I like that when it comes to the way that I personally read the Six of Cups a lot. Once again, totally depends on the reading and surrounding cards, but I do like to think of the Six of Cups as a more like self-compassion kind of a card. Then you have the Seven of Cups, definitely spelling out what some of the treasures or tricks that you might find. The Eight of Cups, Nine of Cups, Ten of Cups, cute. Page, Knight of Cups, Queen of Cups, King. I like that. So we have the Ace of Swords. Now we're into the swords. Two of Swords. Three of Swords. Okay, blood. Four of Swords. The Five of Swords. Six of Swords. So this is different in that there is no child there with her. Seven of Swords. I like the modern setting in front of some homes or townhouses potentially. And I also like that outfit that she is wearing. Eight of Swords. Nine of Swords. And the Ten of Swords. This is really interesting and I think could be, could end up making a case for like how social media can like often be the death or cause of a lot of issues, anxieties, or just what have you, maybe needing to like pause or put like a fork in social media, maybe needing to release some of your addictions. And so like the Ten of Swords is all about like the ending, right? Which can blossom into a new beginning. And so there's something interesting about her holding her cell phone as she's just like the Page of Swords, cute. Knight, Queen of Swords, love this outfit. Very airy, earthreal. Swords is air, and Aquarius, Gemini, Libra are air signs, and I definitely see this as like Aquarius vibes right there with her outfit. King of Swords. It's also interesting how it's almost like she's kind of up in the clouds a little bit, the King of Swords. I like that. Ace of Pentacles. This is the last suit of this deck. Ace of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles. And it's almost like the way that she has one so high up, it's almost like she's like really balancing out her options here, you know, and the Two of Pentacles can indicate a decision or balancing things, right? But I just like the weighing of options kind of comes to me. Three of Pentacles. This is one of the cards I really enjoyed because look at that. I mean, it's like you just know you could not do this process without one of these people. One is a teacher, one is the artist, right? The student artist, and then one is the model. And it's like, if you didn't have the teacher, then the student might be totally lost. The model might not have been scheduled. The model, without something to draw and without like that person, then you're not going to get the experience you need, right? And so I just really like how it shows the connection in the Three of Cups, how you really need three different pieces to come together to create the whole, that without one of them, then this process might not come to fruition or might not work. Four of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. It's just so reminiscent of today's version of like waiting for things to grow, waiting to see the process, like the progress, right? Like Pentacles, it's just like slow moving, might become impatient, right? And so I just like that it's like looking at her house plants and she's just like, okay, y'all, keep growing. The Eight of Pentacles, digital art. The Nine of Pentacles. I love this. To me, this figure seems a bit older and experienced, right? And I just like that. That's an interesting take on the Nine of Pentacles, like just admiring the fruits of her garden, all those beautiful plump tomatoes. Maybe there's some cabbage in the forefront or lettuce. Like, I just like that. Ten of Pentacles. This is beautiful because it basically has like the grandmother, the old wise grandmother there with the family, instead of the grandfather that is typically depicted or is depicted in the Rider-Waite's Ten of Pentacles. You see like a grandfather figure. And so that's beautiful that it's a grandmother here. Here's our page with her backpack, yes. Here's the Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, yes. Earth signs, yes. Here's our King of Pentacles. And then you actually get an extra card in this deck just because it's so cute. Everything is fine. And so that's just a fun little addition to this deck. Obviously, the image is the Ten of Swords image, but it's like everything's fine. Kind of reminds me of that like dog that's in this burning building. And like, I feel like we've all been there, you know? Like, everything's fine. Anyways, and then it comes with this card. You are a badass being full of love, life, and possibilities. Through this deck, may you find a path to your best self. Okay, cute. And then you have this guidebook. This is an instructional guidebook. And in the book, she says the deck started with the Ten of Swords. I was a few years into a dead-end design job that was slowly draining my creativity, my passion for art, and my general faith in humanity. See? Beautiful things can come out of tower moments, okay? So you just get a little bit of behind the scenes of what the major arcana represents. And then she goes into the major arcana, a little description essentially of each card. So if you are new to tarot, although it'd be my main suggestion to start with the Rider-Waite tarot deck, I think that this is also a beautiful deck to start with because you do get a lot of the symbology of the Rider-Waite, the traditional Rider-Waite tarot. And, you know, if you're new to this, then she gives you just little tidbits and a guide about each card. And then you also have different spreads in here that you can do. I am going to shuffle real quick. So this is my broken in Rider-Waite deck. It does feel like a little thicker. This takes up a little more room. Here's my bugaboo. Here's my bugaboo. If you did not know, I am a mama. to this little princess who is 4 months old today. So she's gonna help me shuffle these cards, okay? So we're gonna shuffle them. Let's see. Ooh. I like it. They are, so my hands are really small. So it fits kind of, it feels like hefty in my hands, but I do like the general shuffle quality of these cards. I really like the card stock. Whoops. I do like the general shuffle of these cards. I like the card stock, but I can also see me kind of throwing cards all over the floor. Let's do general guidance. I'm going to do 3 piles. Use your intuition to pick a number between 1, 2, and 3. Now remember, I have not cleansed these cards yet, but we're going to give it a whirl. Angels on pile 1's guidance today. What is pile 2's? What is pile 3's guidance today? Okay, so pile 1, you have the King of Pentacles. As your guidance, this can indicate needing to be aware, or I want to say careful in any investments you make today. If you are planning to invest in something or make a purchase, really educate yourself about what you are buying or investing in. Make sure that you are, once again, investing, that it's bringing you future positive good, okay? This could also indicate a need to invest in yourself today, okay? So that you can kind of grow your wealth in a different way. And this might mean wealth of like spirit, wealth of emotional positivity, wealth of finances, but it's asking you to make a positive investment for yourself today. And maybe that might even be, you know, spending some time in nature to connect. Pile 2's. You have the 3 of Swords. 3 of Swords indicates a heartbreak or a, yeah, there's no other way to say it. It's like a heartbreak. So I'm seeing tend to yourself today. Make sure that you are taking care of yourself. Really take some time out to emotionally tend to yourself. You need some love and care. There may be something, bless you, to your core lately, and it's really asking you to just, yeah, take care, babes. Take care of yourself. My pile 3's, you got the 4 of Cups. There is something that you are just over it. You don't want to hear no more. There is maybe something being offered to you, but you know it's not going to be good in the long run. You know it's not going to help your, you know, your highest self. And so take the time you need to contemplate to really decide, like, well, what is it that will bring me success or joy or happiness? What is it that I really want from this situation? Because everything that you're being offered may not produce the outcome that you desire. And I think that there's a piece of you that knows this, okay? So just tap into your intuition and ask yourself the real questions of, like, what do I really want? What would I like to gain from this situation? What is the best outcome that could possibly happen? What's the worst outcome? Everything that glitters isn't gold. So just because you're being offered something doesn't mean that you have to say yes, nor does it mean it's in your highest and best interest. And that was our short 1-card pull for each pile. And let me know down in the comments if that resonated with you. Like I said, I do need to cleanse this deck, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that after I change and feed somebody over here. Okay, you guys, I love you guys. I will see you next time. Let me know if you've purchased this deck, if you like this deck, if you are now going to purchase it because you watched this little unboxing. Definitely give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already. Subscribe to this channel. I love to have you. I love to see you. I love this growing family, and I cannot wait to come back with more tarot pick a card readings, spiritual related content. So stay tuned. Okay, bye guys.